Now today I'm excited to share with you the cool season crops that I will be covering in the month of April. So without wasting any further time, let's dive right into it. So let's start off with some of the crops that we will be transplanting and direct sowing directly into the garden. Now this month, when it comes to leafy greens, I have 2 Swiss chard seedlings that I will be transplanting in this raised bed. So this is the bright variety. It's have some beautiful color, and the idea is just to bring some color into the garden. So Swiss chard is a plant that keep on giving. So I know from these 2 plants I will have a continuous harvest. I will also be sowing directly baby spinach. Now baby spinach is a quick growing crop. If you can plant it now, you will be able to harvest the baby leaves within 30 days. Now, of course, there are other leafy greens that you can also plant this month. You can plant some kale, arugula, any other leafy greens, choi. But I will be planting these crops for the month of April. Now last month I harvested a batch of carrots. So like I indicated, I believe in succession planting. So I will also just go ahead and sow some carrots in my no-dig garden. I have put some compost on top just to add some fertility to the ground, and I will be sowing some of the carrots in the side of the garden. Now, like indicated previously, if you have a small space, you can always try the Persian variety in containers. They are doing quite well for small spaces, but I will be sowing this carrot variety on the side of my garden. Now, along with the carrots, I will also be transplanting some of the beetroots that I started a few weeks back indoors. So like I indicated, that beetroot is one of those root crops that you can sow directly or you can transplant. So for continuous supply, I have decided to start them indoors this time around, and I will also just be transplanting it on this side of the garden. Now, carrots and beetroot, they are perfect cool season crops that will definitely thrive in your winter and autumn garden. So these are the root crops that I will be transplanting in the month of April. Now moving on to the brassicas, I will be transplanting these brassica seedlings also in my no-dig garden. Last month I transplanted some of my cabbage in my jungle garden. So this month I'm excited to transplant these broccoli plants right here in this no-dig garden. Now brassicas are hardy crops. They do absolutely well in cool season, and I am looking forward to see how these ones will perform in my no-dig garden. So in this section of the garden, I will also be trying out planting some shallots. Now shallots, these are perennial shallots that I got from Living Seeds. So the shallots, they also are related to the onion family. They just have a milder taste compared to onions. Normally onions take up to 6 months. I'm curious to see and experiment how these shallots will perform in my garden. It's the first time that I'm actually trying out the shallots plants. So according to my research, I think it can take up to 90 days to be ready, but we will see how it performs. I'll give you an update. So I will just plant them similar to onion sets. So if you always want to have some onion flavor into your garden, you can try out shallots, spring onions. Last year I planted onion sets. And I'm thinking of doing that again. Hopefully next month I will be transplanting my onion sets also in my garden. But for this month, I will be trying out the shallots, and I will definitely keep you up to date on how they perform. I also managed to get some of these garlic cloves from the nursery. So I'll be planting these garlics in the section where I was harvesting some of my pumpkin. Now garlic is a long season crop. If you plant them now, They say that it could be ready by October, November. So just important to know that garlic is a long season crop. So I will plant it approximately 2 centimeters deep according to the package and space them approximately 10 centimeters apart. Now, just important to remember that if you are in an area that receives the winter rain, make sure that you treat your garlic leaves with copper soap. That will just prevent your plants from getting affected with garlic rust. So I will be planting these garlics directly into the section. I'm also planning to plant some other cloves also in my garden, a jungle garden, just to interplant it with some other crops. But when it comes to alliums, shallots and garlics are definitely the ones that I will be planting in April. Now, when it comes to legumes, I will also be planting some peas. Now, I already planted some peas around my trellis in my jungle garden. This month, I am trying out the aragon variety. It is a dry bean variety and can be used as a split pea. So aragons, they are early maturing crop, and they can be grown specifically to be used in soups, in stews. So I'm excited to just experiment to see how this variety will perform in my garden. So I'll just plant it next to the trellis, and the idea is to let it dry on the vine and then use it as a split pea. So I've also in the past planted some fresh peas, but this month I will be planting this variety just to also add some different crops into my garden. Now, when it comes to the crops that I will be starting indoors, I will definitely be starting some brassicas again indoors to make sure that to ensure that I can transplant it for the next month. So the varieties that I will be planting starting off indoors is just different type of cauliflowers. So I managed to find this variety that I will be starting indoors is different type, and also we're also starting a purple head variety. I had some good success with the normal traditional cauliflower. So I'm just trying to experiment with some different varieties this year. I'll also definitely start with some cabbage, different cabbage varieties. It's a raw cabbage. I will be starting with some of the baby purple cabbage and also the drumhead varieties. So the idea is to plant different cabbages, bring different varieties. So these are the brassicas that I will be starting indoors. I have also used some broccoli as well as some of the beetroot that I'll also be starting indoors. If you want to know which herbs to plant into your garden, you can check out this video where I discuss my favorite cool season herbs, and I'll also explain how you can actually incorporate these herbs into your garden. Now, please let me know in the comments what you are planting. If you find this video valuable, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Thank you so much for all the support. I truly appreciate it, and I'm looking forward to see you in the next one. Keep on sowing and growing. Peace.